welcome back. It's time for our How You Born Halloween costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun, so let's get started. Our first caress.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! You see that? Medic! Medic! Just fainted. That's all.
I'm Chet Kincaid with thatgrapejuice.net, and was watching you earlier on the press junket. I didn't ask you your question because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have more time with her. But let's just get started. I've seen you in many projects. I've seen you in A Medea's Family Funeral, The Oval, on Ballers, The Walking Dead, but now you're playing the iconic Wendy Williams. How did that role come your way?
Oh my goodness. It came in the most amazing way. I feel like it's. I hate to be so cliche and sound so cheesy, but I think I was meant to play her because I say that because back summer 2019, her fan base, a few of her fans were tweeting me and suggesting that I play Wendy Williams, or if I ever got the opportunity to, like, I should definitely, jump to it. And they were like, you could play Wendy Williams, you should play Wendy Williams.
Right.
As an actor, and also just, with my family and everything, my family does stuff like that. They're like, oh, you should go do one of those movies. You should go work with Denzel. And I'm like, that would be awesome. Like, I don't know how to get it done, but that would be great. And so when people were tweeting that to me, I was like, that would be really awesome. I don't know if that happened, but I would love for it to happen,
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of like, brushed it off a little bit. But then when The Oval came out in October 2019, there were more Wendy watchers and more Tyler Perry fans that be like, that girl can play Wendy Williams. And they would at me on Instagram or tweet me, play Wendy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm going to just, rock that out. I mean, people are saying that. If it's coming from the fans, that would be awesome. I definitely would love to play Wendy Williams. I think she'd be such a fun character to play. So I just started getting ahead of it. I started watching Wendy, brushing up on her again. I've known her, her show all these years. I heard her on the radio back in the day when she was transitioning into TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, let me just start preparing, for Wendy.
Right.
So I was picking up her mannerisms, trying to figure out how to speak like her, how to act like her. And then lo and behold, January 2020, the casting director, Leah Daniels Butler, she reached out to my reps, was like, hey, I'm casting the Wendy Williams biopic and would love to bring Ciera in to audition. And I was like, heck yeah, like I've been, like for a while now. So
Right.
I went in and, and rocked it out and just had a lot of fun. I mean, I had these sides and I was like, man, forget the lines. Like, I'm just going to pretend I'm doing Hot Topics right now.
Right.
So I did that and we just had a lot of fun. And then I got the call back and then I got to do a producer and director session. And so, yeah. And the next thing I know, I got cast in the movie. So that's how it all came about. I mean, the fame.
Amazing. And congratulations again on that. I feel like the resemblance is so uncanny, but we all know Wendy Williams for her voice. So what was that like trying to learn that Jersey accent for you?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I mean, I'm from New Orleans, I'm from the South, but being from New Orleans,
Right.
like there's some nuances and some similarities between like the New Orleans accent, like, hey baby, all that type of stuff. But then like, take it up to New Jersey and you got to put it like more on the front of your lips,
Right.
So it was just a lot of fun just trying to take it on. I mean, I wish that the human anatomy and biology could really allow you to fully transform and take on someone's voice, to really like
Right.
really be her, but it doesn't work that way. So, but if I had that magical power, I would have totally stolen her voice for put it on. But
Right.
but it was a lot of fun, just putting on that Jersey accent. speaking with the Wendy vibrato, you know.
Right. So I remember you saying a few hours ago that your aunt was very much like a Wendy lady, and you also took from your own personal experiences to add to this role. Can you, go deeper into that?
Yeah. Some stories or some experiences in the movie, I hadn't had like personally, experienced them, and so I wanted to be sure to honor women that I knew that had experienced those. I mean, that's what I try to do in every character that I bring to life, because I do feel like that they're, you know, no matter how heightened or how crazy the stories could be, or the projects or the roles, I do feel like these characters that we see on TV or that I portray are real people in life, like you could be passing them by at the grocery store and not even know it, and so one of the things that stuck out to me very, very early on when I was reading the script and preparing for the role is how Wendy talked a lot about her miscarriages and how we were going to display that in the movie. And there are a few friends of mine that I know personally that have experienced miscarriages and even had to give a stillborn birth.
Hmm.
And just what that was and what that meant for her and how traumatic it was. And then speaking to my Aunt Kathy, who had also experienced a miscarriage, which was shortly before I was born. And so she always says that she feels like, I'm her daughter kind of reincarnated, because it was a girl that she had miscarried.
Right.
I just took from that and just wanted to be really
An amazing thing.
as authentic, as possible. So I did my own interviewing, not only just of Wendy, but just of other women that I knew. And then, personally, again, like just touching on, how I've been around, substance and drug abuse, witnessing my father doing that when I was younger. It's so strange and so bizarre to say, and you're the first reporter that I'm, telling this to, but, during the process of filming, I consulted with my father, about, some of the drug use and, what does it feel like going throughout your body and, like just trying to figure out the mechanics of it all. And, he was very open and very candid with me about it. I mean, we even sat and spoke with the director. I had my dad on FaceTime. And the producer was, sitting with us, and he was just saying that it's important that it looks like this, or that it's like this, and so again, it's the movie is, it's a TV movie, so we don't have the luxury of watching everything play out, but
Yeah.
the stuff that was incorporated in the movie, it got cut out, so it's just like you only get to see a little bit of it, but regardless of that, I just wanted to make as much of it as authentic as possible and pull from people that I knew personally, also tap into my personal experiences, which, a lot of it, I'm sorry, but it's very sacred to me. So some things I can't really, I'm not comfortable with really sharing in detail, like how some of Wendy's stuff is similar to me. But yeah, so that's the extent of it. So yeah.
Right. So as a Wendy fan myself, I watch her after show, and I will see that Wendy, she watches herself back on her television. So as an artist, an actress, do you watch the movie back, or do you wait a long time after it's been released before you watch yourself?
Oh my gosh, I'm getting better about this. I mean, I'm actually my worst critic. I don't know. I don't know what that is, because I guess there's a part of me that's a perfectionist, and like I watch it. It's so hard for me to like watch it as an audience member, or like as a person that wasn't a part of that experience.
Right.
So I'm just now really learning how to be smart in that sense and watch my performances and be comfortable with watching them. When the Oval came out, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I did it this way. I should have said it that way. Why did I, oh, but they cut that part out. That part was great. So, yes, I watch myself now more so. And I really I try to do that because I kind of look at what I do also from an athletic standpoint, like a lot of the greatest athletes, you know, they will sit, like, you listen and talk, you listen to Kobe talk about how he used to watch, you know, his games and watch the playback reels, and, you know, Tom Brady talks about that too. And so, you know, for me as an actor, I'm working on making that process of watching myself over and over process, so I can be better and learn how to, you know, be a better actor.
Right. Well, lastly, have you had the chance to speak with Wendy about your performance? Has she watched it? Has she given you any feedback? Has she praised you for your performance?
Yeah, I mean, she sent me a really, really beautiful, just heartfelt text message not so long ago, and it's something that I'm just going to cherish forever. And, you know, for me, it just solidified and validated, you know, so much for me and the performance. And she's very, very happy with it and very touched. And so, so I'm happy about that too. So
That's amazing. And one other thing that I noticed that you said in the press junket, you said that because you and Morocco Amari have great chemistry, and you said you yourself had your own Kevin in your life. Are you able to share anything about that?
you know, we've all had, you know, tough relation. I don't know. I mean, I'm saying we. I mean, I don't know what your situation has been like, but definitely been in love before, and definitely have experienced, you know, the worst of heartbreak and heartache and stuff. And so,
Right.
so that's the extent of, you know, I'll go with that. but I wish him well. So yeah.
Well, Ciera, I just want to thank you so much on behalf of thatgrapejuice.net. Thank you so much for your time, and your performance was great, and I wish you all the success in the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. This is Ciera Payton, and you are watching thatgrapejuice.net.